And speaking about that, James, you recorded a video and posted it on social media. It's gotten some traction describing what you're seeing in Gaza, in particular with the children. Let's watch that real quick.
More children with the wounds of war, with the burns, with the shrapnel littering their body, with the broken bones. Inaction by those with influence is allowing the killing of children. This is a war on children.
Limited food, water, medicine, this is what you're describing, just chaos. How do you live like that? What is the mood from these people you're speaking with?
Utter panic. I've just been in a hospital with bombardments going on all around. I must say, as I was there, 10 children came in with the wounds of war, 10 maybe in a couple of hours, with horrendous wounds, with shrapnel to the brain, with eye injuries, with third-degree burns. It is a war zone, that hospital. So there is panic among the people, absolutely. It changes every hour here. People don't know where to go. They are almost in a trance. Children in the hospital, Isabel, are grabbing me. Mothers are grabbing me saying, take me somewhere safe. A little girl held me, and I tried to take a moment always. She just had 2 empty water bottles. She's in a hospital. Please, can you put some water in them? The water in the taps, it's salty, she can't drink it. So it's utter panic. People are being told to move from A to B. It's like a chess game, except that it ends in the death of children. It's not a game for them. The safe zones, I think, Isabel, is so important. It's a false narrative, and it's a dangerous narrative. People don't have the transport, they don't know where they're meant to go. They're places in the desert, they have no water, they have no food, they have no protection in these places. And so when they get there, disease stalks, and when they quite often get to these places, they are bombed. It's a very dangerous narrative that's being shared. They are not safe zones, they will be zones of death.
Right, and let me give a little bit more context on that. You're speaking about those flyers that the IDF dropped with those numbered zones telling people to go to safe areas. But based on what you're saying, it sounds like there is no safe area for them to go. And also, they were QR codes in Gaza where internet connection is spotty, so even getting that map is questionable.
No, spot on, Isabel. There is no internet access. You might get Wi-Fi if you're in a home. There's no 4G or 3G, 5G. So people get these things, and then 5 minutes later there is a bomb, or on the way they're going there is a bomb. And they've already, remember, these people had their homes bombed in the north and saw a family member, a sister, a mother die. Then they moved to a shelter, which probably got bombed. They've come down south. There is a panic among people here that they simply now do not know where they're meant to go to.
Yeah, and Netanyahu has said that the war will continue until, quote, we achieve all of our goals. What do you make of that, and what does that mean for Palestinian civilians?
Devastation. The world has to now be aware of the scale of this. We're at 6,000 children killed, more now. There's no doubt some of the children I saw this morning, the severity of their wounds, Isabel, they will not make it through the day. Many children there. So the idea that it continues, a war on children to continue whilst the world watches, I think we have to accept now in a civilized society, those democracies that have a say here, that silence is complicity. And they need to look into the eyes of mothers who've lost the ability to protect their children, of young students and the brilliant brains that I encounter all the time who are utterly fearful. They have to accept that they are allowing the death of these people. As you and I have spoken, there's been another 2 very large bombardments, Isabel. It is probably the most intense day we've seen. Certainly it's the most intense day the South has seen, which is another narrative we've heard, that we are told, governments will not possibly allow what to happen in the South has happened in the North. Well, it's happening in the South. I can bear witness to that.